Hi, everybody.
Everybody.
Trevor's going to carry this podcast because I'm tired.
Oh, I could talk about Jurassic World all day. Non-spoiler and spoiler review.
Can we do Stranger Things?
Let's talk about Stranger Things. When you're spoiler or non-spoiler.
We can spoil.
We're spoiling, so if you don't want to...
Spoiler alert.
You want to skip to this time right now and then put in a little edited voiceover of that time.
Not edited voiceover, just a little symbol. Because I'll just...
But what if they're not watching the video?
I'll put it in the description of the video.
What about the listening podcast?
That's what I said. Or description of the podcast. I'll say skip to this time if you don't want Stranger Things spoilers.
Okay. So look in the
description if you're listening. Just listening on audio. If you're on video, you already probably got the cue to skip ahead to this time.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah?
What the fuck? Have you watched all of it, Ethan? Or should we? Oh, okay, good.
Okay, good.
What the fuck? I thought Elle killed all those kids.
No.
I really thought she did.
They definitely made it look like that, but I knew from the beginning, like, there's no way either they set her up to make her think that, to that way, like, her powers would, like,
grow,
fester and grow or something, or... But, nah, I knew from the beginning that's not what was possible. I knew it was, like, a setup of some sort.
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely coming together again. Like you said, they fucking drag it out and make you think of what's going to happen for the first 5 episodes, and then the last 3, they're like, oh, here's what's happening.
Boom, boom, and then you got to wait.
Yeah. Now we got to wait for the fucking first. But me and Andy said we're going to start watching it from the very beginning. Like season 1, episode 1, and go all the way. And that way, the day before it drops, we should finish the end of the season, and then we'll watch the last 2 episodes that Friday night.
There you go.
Because it's 4 hours of Stranger Things stuff coming out on the 1st.
That's a lot.
Because the 8th episode is an hour and a half, and 9th episode is 2.5.
Oh my god, full ass movies.
Literally. I mean, the production quality is movie.
Oh yeah, I mean
every episode's a movie basically.
Stranger Things isn't necessarily what put Netflix on the map, but I feel like Stranger Things is what put Netflix on the map for making their own shit.
Yeah, producing really good shit.
What else? I mean, maybe Orange is the New Black. Nah. I wasn't a fan. I feel like that was to a select audience. I feel like Stranger Things is built on nostalgia, built on monster movies, built on... Huh?
Orange is the New Black was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
I never really watched it, but it was still pretty good. And then the how did you feel about Eddie in the very beginning?
How did I feel about Eddie?
Like when you saw him in the lunchroom and he was talking about like the group and everything.
I mean, right now, I think he's one of my favorite characters.
I thought he was going to be another Billy.
No.
From like that first episode, that was the vibes I was getting. I was like, this dude's
the vibes I was getting from Billy was he was a dick. Yeah. This guy wasn't a douchebag. He just lived his fucking life and didn't care what anybody else thought.
I guess. I just had that feeling of him being a douchebag.
No, once that scene happened where he met the chick and the cheerleader in the forest to sell her drugs, that's when I was like, okay, this dude's not a bad guy.
Yeah, that's when I started turning around for him. And then, isn't Special K ketamine?
Yes.
So he was definitely looking for ketamine for them to do.
Yeah. That's what you did in the 80s, man.
I guess. But I'm fucking wild.
Fucking lewds.
Yep. That's not the same thing, but...
Well, no, I'm just saying in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that shit was wild. That whole series. I think we watched the first 5 or 6.
Did you see it coming at all? Like, did you see it being him?
No. I had no clue until that last episode when...
Me neither.
His face made sense, and then Nancy started seeing the kid in the house. I was like, no fucking way he's Vecna. But he was also number 1. Like, yeah. I kind of had a clue he was number 1.
The fact that he's... To me, almost 3 different characters at once.
Yeah.
He's that kid that was in that house, but he's also the dude who helped in the fucking
ward or whatever.
In the ward, but he's also this fucking creature that's living in the Upside Down. That's crazy to me that they wrapped all this around
I'm
him.
wondering if... I don't know if the Upside Down was a thing or if Elle created it when she killed him. That's what I don't know.
Like
they're talking about
him to the Upside Down, or if it was created.
Yeah, because she did that, and he's this weird, demonic, powerful person.
Possible.
And I'm wondering if Elle isn't gonna die and become some weird, crazy monster that ruins the whole world, or she's like the angel versus the devil type thing.
I think that's what they're plotting it up to be.
The Crown. That was mine.
The Crown. I've never seen it.
Never seen The Crown?
No.
It's a really good historical drama.
Oh, okay. I like history.
Good. It's about the royal family.
Oh, okay.
In Britain. It's very, very good. Also, BoJack Horseman.
Oh, fuck, BoJack
That's an
Horseman.
original?
Yeah, that's a Netflix
I didn't know that.
I completely forgot about BoJack Horseman. That is kind of what got me into Netflix originals was BoJack.
You know Group does that song?
Have you ever seen The Guild with Felicia Day? Oh, man. You would love that shit. You would love the fuck out of it. And it's not a long show. It was like a YouTube show for a while. And it got so popular they put it on Netflix. The Guild. It's like a knockoff. I mean, they play WoW, but they don't ever really say they're playing WoW. And it's their goofy adventures. It's pretty cool.
What was that fantasy football show me and you watched?
Oh!
That one was fucking great.
That one was
The
League. That fucking show was
Nick
hilarious.
Kroll, before Nick Kroll was huge.
Yes.
That
show was hilarious. What?
My case
You broke your case.
Damn, $40 case.
Rip.
That's the first one I've ever had break on me. I have had this for quite a while, though. Like 2 years now, I think. Yeah, the League was really good.
That was a damn good show.
Fucking
You don't even have to
Taco.
like football to like that show.
Fucking
I'm not a
Taco.
huge fan of football, and that show was hilarious.
Taco was a stellar character.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite character this season, Eddie? Stranger Things 4?
Think so. Oh, bro. Also, I saw this TikTok. It was kind of a spoiler if you hadn't seen Stranger Things yet. So if it popped up in yours, you probably scrolled past it.
Probably.
It was when they're at the roller rink.
Will's birthday?
It was Will's birthday!
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. I told Andy about that because that's the one spoiler.
Little
I did
Easter
see.
egg, they didn't even bother, building up.
Showing, yeah, that
That's
everybody
crazy.
forgot Will's fucking birthday. Like,
Unless
even his mom.
Unless the creators forgot Will's birthday.
Maybe.
I doubt it. I feel like they wouldn't.
The
forget
fact
something
that they're
like
linking shit from season 1 and 2, though, that makes me feel like that's like a key thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like
This
Will's
could be
gonna
the
bring
last
that
season.
up. Oh, it is gonna be the last season.
Yeah.
I can already tell you.
You think so?
Yeah.
Mm.
I really, if they try and make another, they're gonna
It's
have
not
to do
gonna do
some
well.
fucking crazy
Yeah,
shit.
because they're reaching pretty hard right now
Yeah,
with everything that's going on. And they really built it up to make it believable and not like it's, there's just another monster. It's, here was the first monster or whatever. And
Well, like I was saying, if the Upside Down existed, and what Dustin was saying, how Vecna is the Mind Flayer's strongest knight, like his 5th knight or whatever he said.
I see what you're saying. So maybe it was before.
That's what I'm wondering if it was before, and she just opened a portal because she can do that,
Yeah.
and it banished him there, and he somehow lived the whole time.
Right. Well, he became the monster immediately, so that's how he lived.
Yeah. Because when he's falling through and all the lightning's hitting him and shit, that had to have been there. That couldn't have been, created. But did Elle create the Upside Down with him?
I see what you're saying by, that first teleportation, because every time everybody else goes to the Upside Down, they don't get turned into a monster or whatever, so...
But we've
maybe
never
that
seen...
was the first instance of the Upside Down being opened and...
I think Elle just broke the seal. on
Like
the
it had
Upside
been
Down.
there?
Yeah.
Do you think it was the first time the seal was broken?
No,
No, okay.
probably not. But I definitely think Elle broke the seal, and I think that the Mind Flayer picked him because the Mind Flayer knew he was special.
Like had the special power.
powers
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, I could see that.
That's
And that's why he's been going after 11 too, is because he knows that she has the same powers.
I'm wondering if like it all started making sense that he was Vecna when I caught all of the kids that were dead before he was like transforming into Vecna and he was number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I had the idea that he was because of the eyes on all the kids. They were all gone and like bled out. Like all the kids that he killed in the playroom in the Rainbow Room, all of their eyes were gone, like he had already been doing to all of his victims.
They also confirmed that you can suppress superpowers with the probe
That
in your
little
neck,
little thing.
So
which means they know more about it than they're letting on.
Correct. If it's that easy to suppress it, then
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy.
Right when she took that out and they started fighting, I was like, "Oh my god, he's number 1." Like it clicked. I go because he's like, I knew number 1 very well.
I almost wonder if that's how it's going to end. Is after whatever happens with Vecna, if Elle is going to choose to have one of those implanted so she can be a normal kid because she's tired of not being normal.
Yeah. Maybe.
I wonder if. You don't think so? You think she'd choose, or maybe she just won't be there, period?
No, I think she just keeps her superpowers.
I mean, maybe.
I want to know because
she lost him there for a bit. I mean,
I'm wondering if there wasn't that chip in her neck and they weren't like telling her about it. And then when they took her back to the lab, they like took it out behind her back and she's like relearning how to use the strength of it, not necessarily relearn her powers.
I don't think so because there was never an instance like from 3 to 4 to where they got to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, she was in that witness protection thing, basically.
Not through like the government. I mean, through that one guy.
But he was a part of the
relocate.
government.
Maybe. I mean, they could have snuck it in and planted while she was sleeping. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, or when she like passed out, opening the gate or whatever.
Closing the gate.
Y'all are way overlooking the better storyline so far this season.
What's that?
Hopper in
That's.
Russia.
I was just talking. I was
Hopper
about to
in
bring
what?
that up.
In
Hopper
Russia.
in Russia.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I was about to bring.
That was way more exciting than Elle getting arrested and going to jail for getting in a little scrap at a bowling rink. Nah,
Yeah.
Hopper in
Hopper's
Russian KGB prison. Yeah,
having that
was-
dude
that was
break the
pretty
fucking cuffs off
fucking
his legs,
intense.
like
Not
I
even
thought that
break
was
his
it.
ankle.
Yeah.
Literally broke his
Well,
ankle.
it didn't break his foot. It created that indent for him to be able to
Right.
slide it off
Yeah.
because he was still walking.
They gave him one of the awesome monologues.
What?
The night before when they were feasting, they gave him one of the really cool
yeah,
monologues
that
that all
was
the
pretty
badass characters get.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was intense as fuck.
Yeah, I want to know how Hopper and Joyce are going to come back into Hawkins or California. Like,
How they're gonna make it back through all that? Yeah.
like I know they're going to make it back, but like they were also still in the prison. Like,
When it ended, yeah.
so where's the getting out and getting back to America?
Without being caught and all that.
Yeah. And then, like, how are they going to tell how are Elle and Hopper going to reunite? Like, is that going to
That's
destroy
crazy.
Elle's powers? Is that going to make her powers even stronger?
I would think so. It's gonna drive a passion inside her to.
I don't know, but
protect them.
the whole Murray and what's her name?
Joyce.
Murray and Joyce
Adventure.
thing was so good. That was such a good sidebar
Yeah.
when they met Yuri and then
Fucking Yuri.
yeah,
Piece of
fucking
shit.
asshole.
Peanut butter selling motherfucker.
I really thought Hopper was gonna die in that church. I didn't think he was.
I didn't think he was gonna die in that church.
rearrested.
I thought he was gonna die to the monster. Like they were gonna give us hope that he was gonna get out, and then they were gonna
And Joyce was
kill
gonna
off
watch
him and maybe
die.
let that other Russian guy live.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna be like, no, we're killing off Hopper. Like, sorry, we gave you hope and we're taking it away. But that's not the in the nature of filmmakers, honestly.
yeah,
But it's a twist we would not have expected. That's
at
for sure.
all. Do you have any like favorite like cinematic shots in this season, like alone? I can tell you mine instantly.
Go ahead.
It's when they're on the top surface.
Shut up! Swimming through the water and going into the I thought that was really fucking cool.
It was how they like went through the portal and came up the other
way. And then later
way.
on, they came out the fucking top of the fucking whatever.
My best cinematic shot was Max running to freedom.
Oh,
I can agree.
cool.
To the song. Cool. Oh my god, that song has now a special place in my heart. Yeah.
So fucking popular.
So fucking good. But my favorite shots are like when Steve, Nancy, Eddie, and God, what's the lesbian's name?
Oh, Robin.
When they're all riding the bikes in the upside down, and Dustin, Lucas's sister, were riding the bikes on the top. And they
were riding in the upside down.
Yes,
that was pretty cool, too.
All of those shots where it fades between the top and the bottom with them. Yeah. How the camera just hits the ground and then it comes up and it's back on the upside down of them doing the other thing. Like,
that's pretty cool, yeah.
And the fucking light bright scene was so dope.
Oh, that was really cool, yeah.
Figuring out that the time is paused in the upside down, though, since Will had been captured. It's like frozen in time.
But it's not at the same. It's not frozen for the above world, if that makes sense. Which is kind of weird, how it's not like delayed. Like they can immediately talk to each other, but everything else is very delayed. That to me wasn't fully making sense, because it should have been delayed in the real world too.
Yeah, we were seeing a thing on TikTok, and they were talking about, like how Vecna finds his prey. And they were talking about it might be the counselor being like a demon in disguise that's like maybe scouting. Yeah, is like scouting the weak for Vecna to take over.
No, you don't think so?
There's links showing that she has a necklace with a clock on it and a key, and they think it's the key that can open Vecna's his grandfather clock. Because there's a lock on that clock in that house.
Maybe that's another portal.
And then they show another shot when Max grabs her office keys of a clock in the shape of a key.
That's good theories. I like that theory a lot. That's pretty cool theory.
So they're thinking she has the power to turn the time back on or like whatever in that grandfather clock. Because remember in the scene where the kid like reverses the time on the clock? Mm-hmm. They're thinking that's what fucked up the upside down and set it so far back.
I also saw something where it's one of the shots when she goes in to see the counselor at her house, and it could be a stretch, but the time is pointing at a 7, but it looks like an upside down 2.
Whoa. They're good at Easter eggs like that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, that's
like I never would have caught on to Will's birthday unless I saw a TikTok pointed out.
Yeah, we were watching that scene. I told Andy, I was like, I saw a spoiler for this that they forgot Will's birthday. And today, like, while they're at the skating rink, is Will's birthday. I was like, oh, damn. I was hoping they were going to say something about it, but they never did.
No, they never.
I want to know what the... Yeah, dude, I was waiting for Elle to smash her face in.
Oh, my God.
I was waiting for it. I wanted her to kill her. I wanted her to murder that bitch.
Damn. I mean, they have video evidence of, like, hard bullying. Like,
yeah. It's the 80s, though. It was a different time.
I guess so.
How did everyone feel when Elle went, and nothing happened?
And everybody's like,
I was like,
fucking
freak?
Weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then... Will's painting. I want to know what the fuck Will's painting is that he had for Mike at the airport. He had it in a brown tube, and he was going to give it to Mike.
Welcome sign or something?
No, it was he had it wrapped for Mike as a gift. And Mike was like, "What's that?" And he's like, "It's my painting." And Mike goes, "Cool," and then turns around and starts walking away with Elle, and Will gets all sad and just keeps it in his backpack. But when they were running away from when the people came in and started shooting their private security or whatever, he turned, double-taked at the painting and grabbed it and shoved it in his backpack, and then they left.
Really?
Yeah. I'm wondering what that fucking painting is. Yeah.
That's going to be something. That's cool.
I fucking love Argyle. That dude is so fucking funny.
Of course you love Argyle.
He's so fucking funny.
He's
Such a
so
great comedic relief.
Yeah, but he's so basic comedic relief. He's not...
Yeah.
Yeah, the stoner dude.
Stoner hippie.
The stoner dude's kind of annoying.
I love him.
He's just there.
I
He's not.
fucking love him.
He's not an interesting part of the show.
I don't feel connected to him.
No, I don't either.
He doesn't feel like a main character.
No.
I don't know. I just love his attitude.
He's definitely a side character.
I was watching an interview with them today, and he was supposedly getting flack for saying about the pineapple on pizza thing in the show. And he's like, man, people out here putting anchovies on their pizza. Man. Like, he was literally in character during this interview.
That's funny.
And then he goes, man, y'all must not have seen that first episode of SpongeBob. You know, anchovies. Me. He, like, did all the sound effects. And he's like, it's where he gets the spatula, and it's like, do-do-do-do. Like, he's, like, high as fuck in this interview, legit.
So he fits his character well.
Yeah.
I mean, who he is.
Have you ever seen the movie where he, like,
chops off his dick off?
Yeah. What is it called?
It's,
The Lost Package or something like that?
No. That's a good name. It's something like that. But yeah, I've seen it, and it was goofy.
Yeah, it was the great, like, stupid comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to get invested in, but it was worth watching once. Yeah.
This season of Stranger Things has me going in circles about what the fuck is going to happen. Like, the only answers I know is that Hopper and Joyce have been reconnected, and Elle's starting to get her powers back.
Yeah.
Oh, I also had the idea that one was Vecna before he was vanished into the portal because, like I was saying, all the kids' eyes were gone. And it all made sense why Elle was bleeding from her eyes when she, like, overpowered one because he was trying to take her eyes out, and she overpowered
she was
it.
withstanding it, but
yeah,
still pressure
still
there.
All the pressure and made her bleed out. And then that's why you see her standing in front of the mirror. And Papa's like, what did you do? And her eyes are bleeding and there's blood all over her because she was killing him.
That's crazy.
Like, you saw her, like, when she was floating.
I figured it was just because she used her powers so hard that not only did her nose bleed, but her eyes bled.
Yeah, because you saw her bones, like, trying to start cracking.
Yeah.
Like all the other victims. And then she did that thing where she thought about the stuff that makes her, like, super mad and sad at the same time. And then she overpowered the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
So...
What's the... I can't remember his name. And he's like the hot dude from like the first season.
Steve,
thank you.
Joe
Are you
Keery.
Team Jonathan or are you Team Steve for Nancy?
Steve. Jonathan's
The
a
fuck's
piece of
wrong
shit.
with you?
Jonathan's a piece of
How's
shit.
he a piece of shit?
He's literally...
How's he a bum?
He's literally holding out and not telling Nancy that he wants to dump her. That's the fucking worst thing you can do.
No, he feels bad for her because he's not going to the same college as her. He only wants to dump her because he doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
Okay, then dump her. Don't fucking sit around and mope around and not go see her. Like, he's being a little shit. He's being a little fucking bitch. And I
Okay,
want
Jonathan.
Steve.
I'm sorry, but I gotta defend Jonathan. He's not a bum. He's going off to college. He's doing something with life. What's Steve doing? He's working in the fucking video store, and he's what, 20 now or something?
Did you know Steve Curie in real life is 30, or Joe Curie in real life is 30?
I can believe it.
And Gayton is 23.
Who's Gayton?
Dustin?
I'd believe it. Yeah.
I could not believe they're my fucking age.
I could believe it.
They looked so young in that first season.
Oh, well, yeah, they were.
I didn't feel that young when Stranger Things 1 came out. Like, I didn't think they were only 2 years younger than me. I thought they were like 11.
Right. That's true. I didn't think about that.
But they're all like really close to my age.
Well, except Steve.
Yeah.
He's my age.
Yeah. No, I want Steve and Nancy to get back together.
Damn, dude.
Because Jonathan is literally just bumming out. Like,
Steve's just a heartthrob, but there's nothing... No offense to Steve, there's nothing else there.
he is literally the badass motherfucker that always saves the kids in some sort of pickle. Like...
What else?
What do you mean, what else?
What else is there to him besides when they're on an adventure? He's just... Huh?
He's the babysitter.
He's just a babysitter. There's nothing exciting.
And he's fucking great at it.
There's nothing behind his
and you can tell
personality.
He cares so much about all the kids.
Okay.
And
you just keep going back to the kids. I'm still saying, what is there about his personality?
That is his personality, is that he's so caring. Huh?
What?
Yeah, what does Jonathan have?
Jonathan is caring. Jonathan is a deep, emotional person from what he's gone through.
So why can't he express to Nancy
because he's high
that he doesn't want to hold her
he's
back?
Stoned,
if you're so deep and emotional, that's when you should feel your deep emotional
that's
like
what he
the
does,
most.
but it doesn't mean you necessarily express it to the person you love.
then you're holding them back.
Yeah, that's how he feels.
He is holding her back by not expressing that. He needs to tell her.
He can't just straight up leave California and go be like, hey.
He had a week to go see her. He could have gone for spring break.
That's true.
He could have been with Mike, but he bitched the fuck out to avoid talking to her. He's being a little bum.
Well, no, because remember, he was standing there at the airport kind of like hoping Nancy would come. Which... She wasn't doing anything. She was doing high school photo club.
That's her job. It's not a photo club. It's
the reporting.
Yeah,
the newspaper.
And that's her job because she doesn't want that to fail and that not be on her portfolio.
Fair enough.
Did you know the guy that played Victor, the first victim of Vecna, when they went and saw him in the cell?
Oh,
and his eyes were cut out.
I saw him, but
he's the same person that played Freddy Krueger.
Really? That's cool. I like that.
That's a dope Easter egg that he haunts people's in their dreams. But he was the one who got haunted by his own son. So
that's cool.
It is very cool.
I like that.
And his eyes were all cut out like they are in whatever.
His eyes are not cut out.
Isn't Freddy Krueger where he doesn't have eyes?
No. Freddy Krueger has the leather gloves with the claws
and the burnt face, right?
Yeah, he's just burnt. He's not.
Who's the one that haunts people without eyes? They talked about it in Stranger Things.
What?
They literally brought up the movie that has the character that haunts people without eyes, and then he's down there with no fucking eyes because he tried cutting them out.
I don't know. I don't think I've never heard of one. Any major one, anyway.
They made a hint at it in the show.
I don't know. I didn't know that was one. If he is one, that he's not like a major one.
Yeah. But still, this season is gonna be fucking wild for the last 2 episodes because it's gonna answer so many questions.
Oh yeah.
They don't leave a stone unturned usually.
No.
They do a really good job of closing out the entire story. So
yeah,
this
and possibly leaving it open for more. But if they're not, then I'm sure they'll close it.
This 11 arc is wild though. To finally realize that she didn't do any of that, and that's the fucking emotions they planted into her to make her stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I hope this makes her even stronger because she's mad that she's been lied to the whole time and is gonna fuck some shit up. I hope her and Vecna have a crazy ass fucking fight.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
I know, but
I'm sure they
how
will.
are they gonna make everybody rejoin? They're not gonna let everybody not fight.
What do you mean? Oh, like Joyce come from Russia, them come from California.
How are they all gonna end up in
11
Hopkins where they
is already back near. She's probably not all the way in Hopkins, but she's I'm sure she's closer to Hopkins than she was in California.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're gonna find. I'm sure Jonathan and Mike and Will and Argyle will make their way to Elle somehow. I'm sure they will. Or Elle will find her way to them.
Remember, they got the coordinates for the computer.
Correct.
Well, they're going to bring Elle back. That's what they're training her for, is to fight the thing. So they're going to take her back there.
But
I was
feel
wondering
like
how they're all going to converge in one spot to fight again.
I don't think
they're not going to let them be in all these separate places and fight the same demon.
Yeah, that's
because
what all their stories do.
The guys that are working with Elle right now don't necessarily, at least they haven't shown that they know that what's going on with Vecna.
Yeah,
so they're not necessarily training her for Vecna. They're just training her, period.
They're just training her for a super strong upside down monster.
To possibly ruin the Upside Down or seal off the Upside Down or whatever.
No, they're training her to fight something specific. That's why they're so pressed for time.
Okay, well then they just haven't revealed that they know about Vecna.
It's not even that they may know about Vecna. They just know this is an Upside Down thing and they need her to fight it.
Right. That's fair. Shit, maybe the professor or whoever Papa does. Papa
fucking hate
does
that
know.
guy.
Yeah, I do too. I don't care if he's got her best insurance right now. It's still gross.
Still nasty.
I feel like there's still something fishy going on right there. I don't trust any of them. I don't even trust the guy that brought her there.
That's the only guy I trust in that whole thing because he was pissed when he realized there isn't any progress made. He's like, you do realize this
should be something like that. Why? Maybe it's not that he should be pissed that there's progress. Maybe he's like, oh, good, there's no progress made. Let's let her leave. If he really had our best interest at heart.
I don't, because he knows that they need her to be stronger to be able to stop whatever's happening. Because if Vecna takes over the upper world too, then everybody's fucked. Like, everybody's in the Upside Down at that point.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if all of the, like the California, the Hawkins, and the Russia group are gonna meet in the Upside Down somehow. Like, they all end up in there to fight. Maybe not Hopper and Joyce, but like the main kid group are all gonna end up in Upside Down.
Whatever in
portal.
Russia.
Huh?
They have a whatever in Russia, the monster.
So
maybe they found that. Yeah, the Demogorgon. Maybe they found that Demogorgon at a portal in Russia. Who knows?
Yeah, but I don't... Like, is it the Upside Down of Russia, or is it just the Upside Down and they're going to be able to find... Like, how big is the Upside Down?
So far, what it looks like, it's probably just as big as the regular world. I mean, because if there's a Hopkins, then possibly there's a Russia in the Upside Down, too. I don't know.
That's what I was saying.
Or maybe just Hopkins is... Hopkins? Hawkins. Thank you. Hawkins is just... That's it. Maybe that's all there is the Upside Down.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they're going to reveal how the Upside Down started, or if they're just going to be like, nah, it's just been a thing. Like I'm wondering if Vecna started it and he's not the Mind Flayer and everything. Like, he's been controlling all of these monsters anyways. Or if the Mind Flayer saw he was special, chose him, and all that.
But see, if that was the case... Why wouldn't he choose Vecna in Season 3 as opposed to Season 4?
Like they said, they use their weakest knights first, and then they bring out the fifth knight because
so the Mind Flayer itself was one of the weaker knights? The Mind Flayer itself is supposed to be the number one...
They never killed the Mind Flayer.
I know that, but why would Mind Flayer send, a version of himself into the world before his knight? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, the king isn't always going to be the best fighter. Like, king sitting in a throne is going to be a little weak, so he's going to find somebody that can. Or maybe that's why time is paused, because when Will got sucked into the Upside Down, that's when one was banished in.
Whoa.
And so, like, none of that's happened. Maybe Vecna doesn't know 11 is still a thing.
No, he's got to, right? Because he's been, at least... His
but he's just getting stronger and
whatever
stronger.
Version of himself is in the Upside world.
He's getting stronger and stronger, but who's to say she hasn't used her powers? So maybe he just can't find that absurd source of whatever.
That's true.
And now that she has her powers, she's gonna be the one that's fucked up.
But she's also in that bunker area, so maybe he can't find her yet. Hasn't seen her yet.
Yeah. Yeah, like Ethan said, that scene where Max is floating with the headphones on, I thought she was dead. I thought
she was too.
I thought they were going to kill Max. I was like, no.
Yep. I thought she was. 80s song never had so much popularity in its life in the 2000s.
Yeah. That whole scene of her running through slow-mo with all this shit crashing around her, and she just jumps through the portal and then woof, falls to the ground. But it's like Robin figured out the music is the link to keep them out of it.
Yeah.
I hated that they went black and made it look like the episode ended. Because it cut to black, and because you never actually watch her go through the portal.
Yeah.
It cuts to black, and you're just sitting there like, really? You're going to leave me on that? And then after an obscenely long amount of time, it cuts back to her falling out. And I was like, that timing was wrong.
You fuckers.
You messed it up.
That whole scene.
The cliffhanger. Hanging from
they needed to. They left the black for way too long. If they had just done the black pop, and
she woke up,
that would have been. If it had gone black and you had been and then it popped instantly and caught you off guard. But no, it goes black and you're sitting there like, really?
Fuck. Yeah.
Did she just die?
And then it comes back on. And you're like, oh.
Did she just fucking die? They're giving you time to react and be like, oh my fucking God! You can ask Andy. I was literally like, run, Max! Run! She's like, babe.
Chill.
It was 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
But their parents aren't home. They're in Turkey.
Ah, that's why you didn't come home the other night.
Correct. That is why I slept over.
Oh.
I should have.
Turkey?
Yeah.
The fuck?
They love just traveling to random fucking countries.
That's crazy.
Experience it all.
Well,
She has to wear like a turban or whatever while they're walking through the like churches and stuff.
even as a tourist.
Yeah.
You think that's nuts? That's nothing in another country.
That's like if you came to America, we required you to take it off. Like,
No. It's, I mean, the
like,
culture is totally different. It's not like a do what you want. It's you follow the rules in these countries or you die. In a lot of
arrested.
countries like this. Yeah, arrested.
Jesus Christ, that's
Depending on the
ridiculous.
country you're in.
Oh, why can't we just all love each other? Jesus Christ, for who we are.
Okay, that was 44 minutes of Stranger Things. We don't have a podcast for people that don't want it spoiled to listen to.
We'll just put Stranger Things and Jurassic spoilers only.
Literally.
Wait, is it okay if I talk to you about what
Yeah.
actually happened?
Yeah.
Ethan, are you okay with that? I know you all aren't.
I've heard
like
it
the
was
biggest,
dog shit.
You've heard wrong. From an actual Jurassic fan and then a movie fan, it's different. Like, if you're a movie fan, it wasn't the greatest plot. But if you're a Jurassic fan, it was good. But just from the plot itself, it was like, okay, that's weird.
Like, how did they end up in Italy? Or wherever they were.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a sidestep of them just, like, using another place to showcase more dinosaurs
Jurassic
in
World.
the underground. Yeah, the world of Jurassic, basically. It is now a Jurassic World. You want to do show and don't tell before or after?
We can do it now, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, you got me stumped, buddy. My eyes are not opening.
Okay.
Is this some sort of Lego piece?
You got 2 more guesses. No, it is not a Lego piece.
Why would it open like that? What is it showing?
What is it showing?
There's like paper in there. Will I break it if I like try pulling that out?
I don't think so. I wouldn't recommend it just in case, but you should be able to tell what it is from not taking it apart completely. Oh,
shit.
But if you feel the need to take it apart, I guess go ahead.
It's definitely some sort of like
Dunk. Oh. Oh, will you marry me?
or it's like a display. But why? Oh, I fucked it up. It doesn't close.
We'll fix it. It's fine. It's not necessarily breakable.
That's like a design of some sort.
Uh-huh.
And this is obviously like the inside of the design.
Uh-huh.
This piece moves up and down.
You got 2 more guesses. I'm going to need a second guess before you get a whole lot of detail into your brain.
I can tell you I've never seen this.
You've never seen it ever.
I could not tell you what this is, I think. I think
what?
you have finally stumped me. Unless it's like a pop figure accessory for one of your figures in your room.
Without considering that as a guess, no, because I wouldn't use an accessory. I'd use a whole thing. Because I feel like that would be cheating. Like, I'm not going to hand you a lightsaber off of a Lego Star Wars thing. I'm going to hand you the whole guy with the lightsaber in his hand. You know what I mean?
Help him out.
So right
Can
there.
I get like one hint?
Right? No. Last time I gave you a hint, you got it immediately. I'm done giving hints. You can take that. You can take that out. That thing you took out earlier.
I told you that.
I
Yeah.
said you can take that out. That's why I was saying it might fall apart. If you do, just be careful.
And then it's nothing. I need a hint. I can't.
I need a second guess before I give a hint. I'll give you a hint if you use up your second of your 3 guesses.
It's not Lego.
No.
It's not pop figure related.
It's not a pop figure accessory. No.
Is it pop figure related though? Is this like
If you think that's a pop figure, I don't know what do you think the size of pop figures
feels like a Lego, like especially with the sticker on the front of some sort of design or like what it's supposed to look like.
If you want to hint, use a second guess.
I was gonna guess like the amber thing from Jurassic Park, but
That's not a terrible guess. I mean, but no. It is an accessory, but for a human.
Is it a briefcase?
You're feeling it wrong.
If he can guess technically one of the two things it is correctly.
You're feeling it wrong was probably the best hint you got.
But see, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't necessarily have to have that. But as I said, I'll take either guess of what it could be. What it's holding or what it's meant to hold.
You're upside down, inside out.
Upside down, inside out. You're like Nancy and the boys. He shakes it. Do what you did earlier. Open it back up, how you had it, and then pull that thing out where you just touched it with your thumb. There you go. That's my last hint.
I get that it pulls out, but like, what is its function?
I gave you 2 full hints.
It's a human accessory. Like a human action figure or for actual humans?
I'm not confirming anything else. I give you 2 full hints. Because you know my goal is to stump you. And
you've stumped me. You have. This is the first one that has gotten me because I have no fucking
It's an accessory
clue.
for a human.
And I'm looking at it upside down, technically.
No, he was saying you're looking upside down because it's what's inside technically that matters.
Well, and when you're feeling it, the
You were feeling
emblem,
the bottom.
The emblem, yeah. The thing you think is an emblem is the bottom. And the thing you're feeling inside the thing is the inside of what you should be feeling. But, yeah. So that's upside down, inside out.
It doesn't even have to be specific of which one it is. Just what it is.
He's seen it, but never that.
Right, not that. But he has seen one. Probably many. You're getting so many hints.
Dude, I'm done. I can't. I'm gonna open my eyes. I can't figure it out. I'm stumped.
Do you want one last hint?
No, take it away. Never let him see it.
Never let him see it?
Hey, look.
The emblem you were feeling was made in China.
God damn it.
And it's a pin.
Inside out.
Fuck. Yep, I never would.
I feel like if I stump you, I should tell the audience.
I never would have gotten that, dude.
Even if I would have said, if you'd have said like a pin case or a pin.
I never would have guessed
either
a
of those.
pin. I never would have tried pulling
this was
on
throwing
it.
you off?
Yes, the casing.
That's what I figured. But you were like this, and I was like, he's about to pull it off. Why isn't he just pulling it off?
I didn't want to pull it.
Because
I didn't want to break it.
And then you drop it. And that's why I was like, if you pull it out all the way, when I said you might break it, is more so you were going to drop it and you weren't going to get it back.
Yeah, that's dumb. I never would have guessed that was a 10-year-old Riley's pin.
Yeah, this is Tiffany's 10 years at O'Reilly's pin. I was like, babe, I need something out of your purse that's weird feeling and just random as fuck. And she goes, this? And I was like, that'll do.
Yeah, that got me completely, dude. That was the first one that has actually stumped me.
Yeah.
Why does was I feeling a made in China sticker?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
That's why I laughed when you said I feel some kind of emblem right here. I was like, it feels a made in China sticker.
It felt like I said. It felt like a Lego set, and it felt like
I see what you could
like
feel
a
like that
chest.
plastic piece, maybe from like a Harry Potter thing,
Yeah,
or whatever.
it was like a chest where you open it up and it had like the fucking goblet of fire in it or whatever.
I don't know that would fit in a chest, but I mean, you never know. To put your name in that goblet of fire.
Okay, Jurassic World spoilers.
All right, so if you're still listening, you must have watched Stranger Things. You don't want. If you haven't seen Jurassic World Dominion, the third one, and you do want to see it without spoilers, don't listen from here on out. Because these guys, I hope I get to go see it with Andy and Joseph when they go see it, if they do. And Ethan, regardless, because I want to go see it many, many times while it's still in theaters. We'll say this. Definitely not as good as the second one, which is surprising because I
don't even think I saw that one.
It's the one where the Brachiosaurus was on the dock. Oh, what? She said I can't even. It's too sad.
Oh, when the world's burning up?
The one the island's melting volcano, yeah. You went and saw it with me and Dad.
Yeah.
Maybe that one time in theaters is probably the only time you saw it.
No, I remember now.
Okay.
And they're in the little balls trying to get away from the volcano. Yeah.
Do you remember the ending of that one where they're in the mansion, they're trying to sell the dinosaurs?
No.
Not clean. Okay, well, the end of the second one, in the mansion, they're trying to sell these dinosaurs that they rescued off the island, these bad guys. We're going to save the dinosaurs and send them to an island they didn't. They brought them back to sell them to bad people. But in the end of the second one, all the dinosaurs get released into the world, and that's why they've been calling it Jurassic World. And now in the third one, this is the follow-up a few years later of what the dinosaurs have been doing and what's been going on in the world since then. And then another reason I feel like people don't like it is if you don't follow the lore, like in Star Wars, the background stuff, you don't find it as interesting. Like there's this new company called Biosyn, which has been using the dinosaurs' DNA to create the cure for cancer and the cure for Alzheimer's, yada, 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 which isn't really what's been happening. Biosyn is actually a very evil corporation.
That is turning humans into dinosaurs.
No, that would be cool. No, that'd be a cooler plot than what they did. No, Biosyn has been using dinosaur DNA and other just unnatural things to better the world for humankind, which is not true. It was the owner of Biosyn was trying to just kind of
self-harm.
You're on it. He's trying to take over the world, basically. He created his own seeds for crops and this and this and this and this. And the original scientist, Henry Wu, the Asian guy, in Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, everything, he created these giant cicadas for the purpose of seeing if they would destroy farmland or whatever, and they released them in the world, and now there's this like
overpopulation.
Almost like, overpopulation, global havoc.
Telling me this man had dinosaur technology and didn't just breed an army?
Yeah, he's stupid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the way they took this is there could have been so many much cooler ways that they could have taken this, and they just took it a weird, evil way. But he created these cicadas, and they've been destroying farmland all over the U.S. That's what they're called.
No, I know.
Yeah, but he can make dinosaurs.
And he made cicadas this size instead of making dinosaurs.
Why not just make dinosaurs bigger?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he made these giant cicadas, and the only seeds they wouldn't eat were the seeds he made and sold, obviously, because he wants to control the world's farmland. Obviously, because if you control farmland, you control
product chain,
livestock. You control almost everything, almost the world's food population in a sense. But it goes into the whole world of course, what each character has been doing since then. You know, Owen and Claire got back together. They've been raising. Do you remember the
2 kids?
Huh?
The girl and the boy.
There's just a girl from the mansion that they were selling the dinosaurs. Her name was Maisie, and she was a clone. She was the first ever human clone, and they've been protecting her. So, you know, companies like Biosyn can't get her DNA and use that kind of DNA to fuck up the world. So they've been protecting her. Of course, Dr. Alan Grant has just been digging up bones since Jurassic Park. That's all he's ever done. Dr. Ellie Sattler has been trying to fight Biosyn. She's like a human rights activist and all that kind of stuff. And Ian Malcolm has been kind of getting on the inside of Biosyn to kind of take it out from the inside. Anyways, throughout the whole movie, it's this crazy plot of the clone girl gets kidnapped, as well as Blue, the raptor, had a baby by herself, and the raptor baby gets taken also for the DNA. And it turns out that Maisie wasn't a clone technically. It's that her mother impregnated herself with her own DNA somehow and made an own copy of herself, but in baby form, and gave form to her child, which was also her. Yeah, it's kind of fucking crazy out there. But the only real plot that the dinosaurs have to this movie is that there's just... dinosaurs are a regular thing now. Like, dinosaurs are on the black market being sold for, meat, bones, pets, all that kind of stuff. And also Biosyn has created a refuge for them to use their DNA for good purposes, not really, and kind of just extend the life of dinosaurs and all that. Throughout the whole movie, they all have their own little plots. Like Ellie and Grant go to invade Biosyn with Malcolm. Owen and Claire go to save Maisie, the clone, but not clone daughter, who they've been protecting. And they all eventually meet up at Biosyn. And the bad guy, who's like the owner of Biosyn or whatever, instead of... because the original Dr. Wu, the Asian guy, he eventually, after all these years of creating evil, the Indominus Rex, the Indoraptor, all these fucked up creatures, finally starts to feel some guilt after he's created these giant fucking cicadas and wants to kill off the cicadas. And he's created this gene that, like how we've tried doing with mosquitoes, we'll send certain mosquitoes out in the wild to breed and kill off them with certain genes in their body or whatever. That's what he's trying to do with the cicadas. The bad guy decides instead, let's just light all the cicadas on fire that I have inside the lab and burn them all to death. Well, these cicadas, they're giant. They're almost like a prehistoric cicada. They're a little bit stronger than regular cicadas. So they eventually break out of the lab and set all of the refuge on fire, flying over it. And it's just this massive clusterfuck of, as the refuge is on fire and as all of them are slowly getting through Biosyn and meeting up and meeting each other and going to take down the bad guy, Biosyn has created all these implants for the dinosaurs in the refuge if something happens to go into the building as opposed to staying out in the refuge. It's this big clusterfuck of fights, and they create two also like big dinosaurs, which is one is the Giganotosaurus, which is kind of like a T-Rex, just slightly bigger, different era. And then there's a Therizinosaurus, which is later on. It's like a furred dinosaur. He's got like giant 3 claws that come off his hands, and he's huge, is just as tall as a T-Rex. And there's this big fight scene between all the 3 of them, and you think the T-Rex is dead, and it's kind of like, do you remember Jurassic Park 3 at all, where the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus fight, and the Spinosaurus wins, and the T-Rex is dead? Mm-hmm. And that kind of hurt a lot of Jurassic Park fans' feelings of why the fuck is the T-Rex dead? Yeah. This was more like a redemption movie for the T-Rex. That was the only thing you got out of the dinosaur part, really, was that it was a redemption for the T-Rexes. You think the T-Rex is dead after fighting the Giga. The Therizinosaurus comes and starts fighting the Giga. The T-Rex looks dead, but then wakes up, slams the Giganotosaurus into the Therizinosaurus, the claws, and it's just dead. It's just this weird fucking catastrophic events of what the fuck is going on. They introduced so many different dinosaurs, and I'm sure it's all just product placement for them to be able to sell more dinosaur toys and all that crap. Mm-hmm. But I enjoyed it because there was, even though the main plot of the cicadas was what really enveloped everything, the if you've seen, because they have a Netflix only cartoon of Jurassic Park, Biosyn is in it. Later on in the show, and it kind of just expands on the lore of everything. And it's also just cool to see the old characters, the new characters come in, meet, fight the bad guy, run away from the dinosaurs, all that kind of stuff. It's more just so a nostalgia / wrap up. It's nothing spectacular, but I will go see it many more times and watch it many more times. Will I watch it many more times than the others? No, because it's definitely the worst of the 6, in my opinion.
Doesn't Blue like turn on Chris?
Yes and no, because she thought it was his fault that the baby got stolen, which it kind of was because he's the one who led the bad guys back to where they were staying. But eventually, they rescued the clone daughter, and they rescued the baby Blue, which they call Beta, and returned Beta back to Blue, and it was a nice little, reunion. And yeah, and I'm sorry, but the CG in this movie felt like they took it from one of those shitty dinosaur documentaries.
Oh, no.
There was a lot of moments I was just like, that felt so unfluid. That felt like a toy running around, not an actual CG dinosaur, even a real dinosaur.
Yeah.
The baby specifically was just poorly done. Even the animatronic version of him was like, what were they thinking? It looked and felt like a toy. It didn't feel like, the Velociraptors in Jurassic Park 1, where they actually felt scary and felt real almost.
Yeah.
The CG was not great. It was worse than the one before it somehow, even though we've gone 4 or 5 years since the second Jurassic World, how they've not improved.
Yeah.
In the CG. It almost felt a little rushed since they had gone through the COVID and were shooting through COVID and everything. They just wanted to get it out. But
I wonder if they made it like so toyish because they're gonna make a life-size baby Beta, and they're gonna sell it as like a 4 foot tall.
Oh no, baby Beta Blue is like maybe 2 feet tall in the movie. It's still like a baby. It can still kind of hunt. Blue shows how to hunt a raptor and all this kind of a rabbit, and all this kind of stuff. But it definitely felt like a marketing movie. It didn't feel like a full-on wrap-up. It just felt like, here you go. We all had fun with the dinosaurs and maybe some bugs. The bugs were the worst part. Like, why? You can introduce like an invasive dinosaur species that was destroying crops or something like that.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
Did they have any water dinosaurs?
No, they touched on the Mosasaurus in the beginning. Because they had like this 5 to 10 minute segment in the very beginning of the movie of like a news story of all the coverage of dinosaurs, what's happened since the second movie. It was almost like here's what happened since the last movie. Here you go. Yeah. But not really. They had some really cool scenes, like with the Therizinosaurus. They had a really cool scene with it and Claire, and there was the scene in Italy, even though it wasn't necessarily required for the story, it was still really, really cool to see that underground market of dinosaurs and to watch it kind of explode. They kind of took it that, the CIA is working on, taking out these underground dinosaur black markets and stuff, and there's a scene where they do that with Owen and yada yada yada. It's pretty cool. There's some cool parts to it that I really enjoyed, and I think they could have done better, but I enjoy it for what it is. It's not coming from an outsider aspect of not being a huge fan of Jurassic itself, you're going to be like, yeah, it was a good movie. Not great. I'd see it once if you're not a Jurassic fan, but.
Yeah, I'm not like a Jurassic nut. Like, it's never been like my thing.
Right.
So I think that's
it's worth seeing once if you're not a Jurassic nut. I will say that.
I think that's why I was so attached to Stranger Things, because I've been a Stranger Things nut since I watched the first season. Like, and now it like hasn't let down still. Like, I'm still on the edge of the fucking couch every single time I watch an episode of Stranger Things. I'm wondering what kind of part Eddie's going to be in the fight of Vecna, or like if he's just going to kind of like roll out.
I feel like he's going to go out in a blaze of glory. I feel like that's
die?
I think he's going to die, and it's going to be fucking awesome, because that's just the kind of person he is. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's going to fucking, because he's already wanted in the real world for the murder of this cheerleader, which he didn't actually do. And now another murder of that kid, which he didn't.
The white kid that's like religious and talking about
The basketball team leader.
Oh God, I hate him.
Yeah, fucking.
I hate him.
He's got the devil in him. I saw it right before my eyes. You don't believe me? Like, just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. It's so annoying. That's why I didn't even bring him up at all because it's an annoying ass character that was not worth the part of the show in my opinion.
He was a necessary evil though. He's
For
that
Billy,
side.
yes.
No, Eddie.
Or not Billy, Eddie, yes.
The basketball player.
Yeah.
He was he had to be there to represent like the townsfolk during all this.
Yeah.
Like back in those days.
Yeah.
That's true.
But you know who wasn't a necessary evil?
Hmm.
That stoner kid.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just been gone. Nothing would
Yep.
have changed.
Argyle.
You talking about Argyle?
He's talking about Argyle.
Yeah, he could have.
Oh.
If he was gone, that plot would not have changed
At all.
at all. He had zero impact on anything.
How
All
else
he
would they be
was-
getting around California, though?
That's the only thing he was good for. They could have driven their own car. Jonathan could have got into a car when they
No,
were
he's
escaping
not.
that
He's a
house.
fucking bum.
He had his own car. Yes, it wasn't running, but they could have taken Joyce's car or whatever. Just saying. He was not a complete... Nah, Ethan is right. He's not a necessary plot person.
I want to know how Joyce is going to feel when she comes back and realizes that, like, the Hawkins is fucked again. Like, there's a...
How do you think she's going to feel when she gets back to her house and realizes it's been shot up and her kids are
And
gone?
there's dead soldiers in there.
Yeah.
Joyce, what do you mean? Don't you mean Hopper? Dude, he just finished that shit, got thrown in a prison, came back. All right, I'm finally home. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because Joyce doesn't know, so none of them know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they're going to, like, hear word of it from, like, KGB
I would hope they'd
capture
eventually-
or-
I would hope they'd eventually get into contact with somebody back in the U.S. and tell them what's going on.
They're gonna.
Whether it be their kids or, somebody from Hawkins. Whatever.
Like I said, 11 and Hopper are going to rejoin, and it's going to give 11 the most insane powers or take all of her powers away again.
I say I'm kind of 50-50. I think either 11 will live and be the most badass character left, or she will die, still being the most badass character that lived
Yeah.
and died. Either way, I'm 50-50 on whether she'll live or she'll die. I'm not sure yet.
I really don't think they're going to kill any of the main 5 kids.
You don't think so?
No.
What about Will?
No.
I feel like Will is on this downward spiral, and he's either going to sacrifice himself or he's going to get killed. One of the two.
I don't think so.
Fuck them. They forgot his birthday.
If any of them are going to die, it's going to be Max.
No, they would have done it there if they were going to do it.
Correct. Max isn't dying. He's right on that. They would have done it there. They can't do another build up like that to her dying. They can't.
But I'm wondering if she's going to be, like, sacrificing herself, like kind of how you're saying Eddie or Will would, to be like, I'm sorry, Billy. Like, that's her final sorry.
Maybe, especially since her parents aren't in the mix anymore. And
Yeah.
Could be. You could be right. That's
That
not a bad
or
idea.
she has, like, a superpower will to live because her and Lucas are rekindling.
Maybe.
No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be the what's the school
What is
counselor
the white one?
because Vecna targeted that kid with Nancy.
And he was seeing the counselor.
Oh, he
seeing the
was?
counselor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody.
The only one
that's
that
been-
isn't linked to the counselor is the basketball player kid that died.
Yeah.
He's the only one that isn't linked to the
Correct.
counselor.
that we know of.
But he was
Correct.
right over the portal when it happened, so that could be why he had such easy access. Is it
to
was
just,
right there.
Yeah, to get him.
But he was being
But-
creeped on beforehand.
One also
Maybe he was seeing a
realized
counselor.
that he could look into people's minds. So I'm sure it's one looking into everyone's mind to find their weak spots.
Because they did show that scene of him, like, running through all the thoughts of people
Yeah.
of who was weak, and then he targeted the next weak one.
Yeah.
I don't know how the counselor plays.
Yeah.
Either it's just Easter eggs that don't mean anything, or it's Easter eggs that mean a lot.
We'll
of
add up to something.
Yeah, we'll find out. Because realistically, I don't think they can do just Vecna. Even though he's got so much depth, there's got to be another way he got his way back in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like the
how
Mind Flayer used Billy to get in, and all the other people.
There has to
I
be
feel
an
like
original.
there has to be a
host
way in.
type thing. Yeah.
What if the counselor's his sister? His sister that he killed
No, she was dead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she's dead, and she was white. The counselor's Asian.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with my own
conspiracies. You're good.
Let's watch the cookies and get out of here.
Okay. Twix,
100%.
Easy
peasy, lemon squeezy. They even put Twix pieces on it this time. They didn't do that last time. Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah. It looked like Chex.
Oh, that's definitely Rice Krispie treat. What?
Reese's.
Really? Double?
It's probably Candy Week.
It is. I guess it is a Candy Week. Yeah, Reese's and M&M's.
What's the fifth one?
It is Candy Week.
Heath? Is that going to be the fifth one? No,
Peach Ring. Ooh, that one's good. A little bit of sour, a little bit of sweet. Yeah, if they do the frosting right anyway.
Yeah, there's no guessing this week.
There's no guessing. We got them all 100% correct. Caramel shortbread featuring Twix. Shut the fuck up. That looks exactly like the Twix cookie from last time.
Yeah.
Classic crispy bar, which is, yes, a Rice Krispie treat. Peanut butter cup featuring Reese's.
So it's a peanut butter cookie with chocolate icing.
Original M&M's and peach sugar featuring peach O's.
Peach sugar.
Peachy O's. It is a peach ring cookie. They're just labeling them as their own.
Oh, man. Well, I hope you've watched Stranger Things before listening to this, because we did give you a warning.
And we need to make sure and put in the description, come back and listen to this. and put your own insights in, because, I mean, shit, our insights could be 100% wrong, and you never know, yours might be right. So, it'd be cool to get everybody's insight, even if you're only one of the 5 listeners or whatever. Oh, Colton started listening. He came up to me at work. What was that day? I want to say it was Monday, Colton. Tuesday? Huh?
I said, hi, Colton.
Colton. If he listens. He came up to me Monday and Tuesday, and he goes, eggs and cheese, hot dogs.
That's so good.
I was like, what the fuck? You listen? That's awesome. He's like, yeah, I even listened to the one about y'all talking about going to the X throwing with me and stuff. And I was like, that's rad. Thanks for listening, man. That's cool of you.
See,
he's
that's
like, I was even trying to picture the shirt when you were talking about it. I was like,
that's somebody I don't mind listening or watching, because they're chill.
He's not gonna fucking judge us about what we say. He has almost the same feelings I do about work, so he's not gonna report me or some shit.
Yeah. That's funny. Eggs and cheese.
At least I hope not. You better not fucking report me, Colton.
Report his ass right back. If you get fired soon, just be like, yeah, you know what?
I mean, me and him are ready to leave anyway, so. Oh.
What an episode. All about Netflix shows.
All about entertainment.
Did you see Target is selling the flashlight that they use?
No, but I saw Target is having a big sale on Jurassic stuff. Getting paid Thursday.
Yeah, on when they're in the Upside Down and they have that silver, or they're not in the Upside Down yet, but they're in that mansion when all their lights explode. They're using that silver flashlight with the red tip. They're selling that too. I want one.
Of course. Anything to get money.
Looks so sick.
I mean, yeah.
I can't wait for the pop figures of this season.
Oh.
There's going to be some good ones.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be some good ones.
They better do Eddie right. I'm going to be sad.
Yeah, he's going to have his guitar.
Or like his little lunchbox of drugs. That'd be even cooler.
Yeah. Hey! I used the Stranger Things lunchbox for my weed for a while.
You were Eddie this whole time.
Whoa.
Oh, man. All
right, guys. Everybody. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for listening.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.